Welcome back to Retro Adventures. Well, it's been 2 years since I floated 20 miles on the Missouri River from Weldon Spring to St. Charles. And today on October 1st, 2024, I'm going to float from St. Charles to the Confluence. So come along with me. So I can already tell it's going to be a pretty challenging day today. The wind is blowing from the north, and that's where the river flows. I'm not getting any flow right now. I got to get into the channel. This would have been a perfect day for Lewis and Clark because they could have put up their sail and gone up. Behind me are the moorings of an old pier. You can see I'm actually floating upriver right now. We're going to see how this goes. There's St. Charles. I'm telling you, I did not anticipate this wind today. That is the 370 bridge. The wind is just playing havoc right now. Any flow I'm getting is negated by the wind. I'm just basically at a standstill. It's 25 miles from here. It's around 10:30 right now. At this rate, there's no way I can make it to the Confluence. So as you can see, I am floating some downriver, but I feel like I am fighting the wind constantly. Again, this is the 370 bridge. As you can see in the pylons, I am floating, but I can't be going any more than like 2 miles an hour. And at that rate, there's no way I can make it to my destination. But I am floating. On a positive note, it is a beautiful day, high of about 70 degrees. There's the 27-mile marker right there. 27 miles to the Confluence. We'll see if I can make it. Maybe if I get into a channel, I can do a little better. So I feel like at times the wind dies down and then picks up like it is right now. I am floating. You can see by the rocks over there, the movement. So I am making progress. I haven't seen another mile marker yet. I don't think I'm even at the 26-mile marker yet. 2 years ago, when I first tried the Missouri River, I was paddling like crazy, floating down, and I realized that if I kept that up, I was going to get to my pickup point about 3 hours before I needed. So I slowed down, enjoyed just floating, paddling some, and that may be the case today too, but I don't want to flirt with getting to my point after the sun goes down, which is around 6:45 today. But I am floating, I'm enjoying it. It's just the unknown, never having done this before. I didn't know exactly how it would go. I didn't think about the wind. So in my video 2 years ago, at the end I said it's 12 miles to the Confluence. Well, that was very erroneous. It's not even close to 12 miles. It's double that and some. So after doing some research, I realized about what time I would have to leave. Oh, I am getting pretty close to the edge here. Just looking back at the 370 bridge, I feel like I have not gone very far. It's been about a half hour, I believe, since I passed under that bridge. At times the wind dies down and then picks right back up. I can't find a good channel to just float on. You can probably hear that wind in the microphone. It's probably going to be really bad. But here we are. Okay, mile marker 24, and it's 11:20. That has alleviated a lot of my anxiety. I thought for sure it said 26 for a moment. I go, I've only gone a mile. I've gone 3 miles. So yeah, I think I can make it. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. It's just past noon. I have not seen another mile marker since I saw the 24-mile marker, but yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well. I think I'm gonna go about another hour before I stop, eat my lunch, and then reevaluate things at that time. So according to my iMaps, my parked car is 8 miles away. Now I don't know how accurate that is, and I don't have very good coverage. But if that's the case, I'm probably around the 22-mile to go mark. A little ways back there I was paddling, and my paddle actually hit the bottom of the river, so I was not in a very good pathway. Yes, I am floating backwards right now, just recording this. The time is now 12:35, and I'm at the 18-mile mark. That is a good thing. So 18 miles to the Confluence. There's a big turn up here. My hope is once I make this turn, the wind will not be right in my face. In fact, it might actually aid me a little bit. I might be dreaming on that, but that is my hope. Okay, well, I found a place to pull over somewhere between the 17-mile and I think 16 or 15-mile mark. Nice big sandbar here. I thought I found a place down there. There was a boat launch, but I just could not get out. The cement was just right up to the boat. So here I can step out and get out. So it is now, I think, right around 1 o'clock. I'm going to eat my lunch, and I think I can still make it. I believe right over there is a channel that cuts across and essentially makes this thing a big island, but it looks really low. I wasn't going to go that route anyway, and I definitely wouldn't try that. It would probably not be good, probably a lot of portages. So this is the first time I've ever seen a barge or boat like this on the Missouri River. It looks like they may be dredging. Well, that was certainly interesting. That's the first I've ever seen of large traffic on the Missouri River here. The two gentlemen sitting there yelled at me and said, "Hey, if you use that picture, you'll have to tell everybody we were working." I said, "I will." And I'm about to float around the big bend of the river where it will stop heading north and go more to the east. I'm really hoping the wind pushes me, or at least doesn't impede my going down the river for a while once I get around this big bend. I'm about halfway around that big bend. I can already tell the difference. The wind is to my right instead of me going straight into the wind right now. It's very calm, as you can see. But oh yes, I can actually feel it from my back. So I think the rest of this trip is going to be very pleasant. I'm definitely moving along at a very, very slow pace, but it's very pleasant out here right now. So I believe that is a private boat ramp over there, and according to a map that I have online, that means it's the 15-mile mark, which means I am almost halfway. That's a little daunting considering I'm pretty tired already, but like I said, I am hoping with the wind at my back now, I'm going to be going a little more swiftly. Okay, so I actually had the wrong boat ramp. That was the next boat ramp, and that was 12.5 miles, so I'm now at the 12-mile mark. which is fantastic. So right over there is called Little's Island, and if you could have taken that cutoff, this is where it would come out. Again, I was very doubtful that there was enough water to even do that, and I never planned on doing that. You can see the railroad bridge in the distance, so we are nearing the end of where the Katy Trail would stop at Macon's, because there's an actual railroad that goes by that end point. So I just looked back at my map, and that Little's Island, that access is 10.5 miles. So I'm doing really great. My projected time right now to get to the Confluence pullout point is, I'm going to say, around 4:30. My ride doesn't show up until probably 5:30 or 6, and that's fine. My lovely wife has said she will come pick me up. It's kind of a little bit of juggling since I had the truck at the put-in point. She's going to drive the car to get the truck and then bring the truck to the Ted Jones Confluence point. Actually, the official name is Edward, quote-unquote, Ted and Pat Jones Confluence Point State Park. That is a mouthful. And to get there, you really have to wind through some roads. It takes about 30, 45 minutes just from St. Charles to get there. But yeah, she's going to pick me up, and we'll probably go out and eat somewhere. So right there is a bald eagle. I can't get it on video very well, but that's pretty cool. Here's some rock bluffs along the St. Louis side of the Missouri River. Somebody built themselves a little overlook up there. Wow, I bet that was a feat of engineering. And then we have the bridge, which I was correct, there is a railroad bridge there, but that's also Highway 67 from St. Louis County into St. Charles County to West Alton, and then it will go across the Mississippi River to Alton, Illinois. It's a very picturesque home, manicured lawn right there on the side. So this is pretty cool. I don't know if this is a little like lake cabin, but it's meant to look like an old steamship. And it says Washington on the front of it. Very interesting. And right up there it says entering St. Charles County. At least for a little ways until you cross the Mississippi to go to Alton, Illinois. And I believe this belongs to the same company that I saw upriver doing something like dredging or getting sand out, because I see piles of silt right over here and right over there. And we have reached the 7-mile mark. It is a little after 3:30. Again, I might make it by 4:30, but closer to 5 though, because I am now taking my time, because my arms are tired. According to my maps, right over this ridge is a road called Upper Columbia Bottom Road. Can't see it obviously from the river. I believe we're coming up on mile marker 4. And we do have an eagle flying around over there. If I can catch it, here it comes. There it is, folks. Bald eagle! Yay, that is so cool. Hello, Mr. Eagle. So I've been floating next to the St. Louis County side over here, just very swiftly. But I need to think about getting over there to the St. Charles County side, because that's going to be my pull-out point at the confluence. I sure don't want to lose track and then end up heading down the Mississippi River, because I don't think I could paddle back. So I'm going to start heading that way in just a moment. There's some rapids. I don't know where that is coming from. I'm going to have to look that up. And I am now hugging the St. Charles County side. Right here, or pretty close to it. In the distance, I can just make out the Confluence Tower, which is actually on the Illinois side. I'm not going there. I'm going to the Confluence State Park on the Missouri side to pull the kayak out. That could be a little tricky. I'm not going to be able to film that because I'm going to be worried about not passing it and hitting the Mississippi River. So sorry, you won't see me do that or how graceful that's going to be. Back in April, I believe it was this year, I visited the Confluence Point because I was kind of specking it out to see if I could, in fact, float this. I did make a video of that. If you go to the channel, you can look that up and see all the ins and outs of that. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but the wind is really strong above those trees, that tree line. But that edge is really protecting me. I'm not getting any breeze right here, which is going to be a good thing trying to get out of the water up here. Oh my goodness. I just had a huge fish jump out of the water, hit me in the arm, go all the way across my boat. I don't know what kind it was. It was an Asian carp. What it was, it scared the you-know-what out of me. Whew. Oh, my heart is racing right now. Oh my goodness. Also, I have seen these posts now for several hundred feet. I'm guessing there used to be a dock or a walkway right along here. If anybody watching this video knows, comment below. That's really interesting. It looks like they have been there for many, many years. So I am still 2 miles away. I keep thinking I should be a little closer. So I definitely cannot see the Mississippi River yet. So I just looked at my iPhone maps again, which really has turned out to be a great source of seeing where you're at. I tried to download or bring up Google Earth, and I just didn't have enough bandwidth to do that with. So I just saw a marker over there. I couldn't get it on video because I was about to run into those rocks. It must be the 1 mile marker, I'm guessing, though. That's right over there, over these rocks. It's amazing how they dredge the Missouri River now, and all these rocks are piled up. It's just incredible. But you just don't see traffic on this river like you do on the Mississippi. It's interesting. I remember seeing barges. Yep, there it is. Number one. Like when I used to live over by Washington, see quite a few barges over there, but yeah, you just don't see that much traffic. So after flowing for about 2,400 miles, in about 1 mile, less than a mile, the Missouri will flow into the Mississippi River, and all that water will eventually make it to the Gulf of Mexico. Now I realize what I have done today is no great feat. There are people every year that traverse the entire route of the Missouri River. Of course, at the very beginning of the Missouri, it's now a series of lakes, and from what I've read, it's very difficult to get across all those lakes to begin with. If you want to just float on the Missouri without any lakes, right after Yankton, South Dakota, I believe you can get on the river and just float all the way down here, and without too much problem. For myself, I've only floated about 47 miles of it after today, and I've really enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic day, absolutely perfect, and I have just a little bit more to go. Well, I made it out of the water. It was a lot different here than it was back in April, and the gentleman sitting back there, he helped me get my kayak out. It's a good thing, because if I had not been able to get it out and I started floating down the Mississippi, I would have been in a little bit of trouble. So I hope you've enjoyed this journey with me. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and I hope that you go out and have yourself a retro adventure.